Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
RoadToRuin.com. It is happening. I hope you are in the proper place. Silver folks, it's been a long time. Will we see a silver moonshot based on the COMEX, the futures and options market? Probably not. Then you might ask, well, what's the other market? There really isn't any other market. There's no real physical silver market on the planet other than your local coin shop and what they're willing to sell you silver for. Right now, you can retail buyers, you're doing great. Wholesale buyers trying to get those big COMEX bars, good luck. Apple Computer, good luck. Tesla, good luck. Any solar panel manufacturer, good luck. This is the wonkiness of the markets. This is what ends the entire game, and this is what we love. We want this game to be over. The 170, 180 year price suppression of silver will end soon. And the only way to take advantage of it is to have physical silver in your own possession. Everything else, poof. Nostradamus said it best. Imitations of gold and silver will be cast into the lake. What are imitations of gold and silver? The derivative market. It's right there in front of you. So, yeah, silver got up to $32 and then they slammed it. Big whoop. We've been watching this for, I've been watching it for 25 years. This is not real silver. What is real silver is happening on deliveries. Hold on to your hat. We are looking at the largest delivery. I believe it. By the end of the month, it'll be either the number one or number two largest silver delivery month in human history on the COMEX, at least. I think the record was like 82 or 83 million ounces. We are already at 58.8 million ounces. We are, and there's still, let me show you where I find this stuff. This is the CME group right here. These are the deliveries. This is for Monday. They had about close to 5 million ounces more, but look how much is left. 376. There was another delivery. Right now, we're at 58.87 delivered, 18.98 waiting to be delivered. That's this little number right here. And then you can come in during the month and buy silver and have it delivered that month also. And usually, percentage-wise, I think that's going to be anywhere from 3 to 5 million kind of add-ons, as long as nothing goes too crazy. But I think it is going crazy right now. So who knows? Right now we're scheduled for around 78 million ounces on delivery. And if we have a bunch of add-ins, we're over 80. I think this month will end over 80 for March. And don't forget, 2 more months, we have the exact same thing happening. This is, if it doesn't happen this month, it might happen in, March, May. May is the next contract delivery. This game is not ending. The interesting thing is these contracts are not going over to England anymore. You look at Harvey Organ's blog, which tracks the EFP right here, Exchange for Physical. They're tiny right now. So the cat is out of the bag. It's out in the open 100% that the run for silver is on. And you better have it in your own possession already. Let me show you. Harvey Organ has this month only, like the first 2 months, were some of the smallest exchange for physicals ever. Remember, we've been doing 1.2 to 1.4 billion ounces of COMEX purchases, and then they send it over to London for delivery so nobody sees it. Now they're going to want people to see it. Now is they bring the game out into the open, and anybody with half of investing intellect will say, holy crap, something's wrong with the silver market. So here's the deliveries. Right here, we are at 11,000 contracts. That's 58 million. Total 58,870,000. This should be very exciting. And no, it's not going to show up in price. Price is just bullshit lies. Price is exactly what they want you to look at. Who gives a shit if it goes to minus $40 like they did with oil? Who cares? If you understand what's going on in silver, you're just sitting on the sidelines, folding out your lawn chair, watching the game. Gold silver ratio. Let's talk gold silver ratio. That's my sell point is going to be the gold silver ratio. When that gold silver ratio gets down to 7-to-1, I'll probably sell about a tenth of my silver. When it gets to 1-to-1, I'll probably sell half of it. 1-to-10, I might start buying gold. Where 1 ounce of silver buys you 10 ounces of gold. And this is not me just joking around here. This is a fact. Just because it hasn't happened in your lifetime doesn't mean it won't happen. In the last 100 years, we've used up all the silver, and we've moved into this new AI high-tech world that we're going into needs massive amounts of silver. Physical silver only. So yes, of course it's going to flip-flop. You don't need massive amounts of gold for the future. Although there's going to be quite a bit of gold. Massive amounts, yes. There's not 200,000 tons of gold. There's like 2 million tons of gold. And we'll find that out soon too, which will flip that ratio as well. So that's what I watch. Price is ridiculous. It's played on the COMEX futures and options. They're going to gun for these 2 moving averages. Here's your down point. Your 200-day moving average right now is at $30.47. That's literally, they put a floor on the amount of silver can fall. Never use leverage when you're buying silver. Because you don't know how long it's going to take. It could take 25 more years. I don't know. I don't think so. It could be 25. I don't even think it's going to be 25 more days. Before what, though? Before what? Before we have a default. And is the default coming on the COMEX? Sure does look like it. We have right here. Okay, so we have, again, 58.9 million ounces have already stood for delivery. There's another 18 to 20 coming, and probably 3 to 5 more. So we're looking at somewhere between 80 and 85 million ounces. 85, I think, will be the record. I'm not exactly sure what the record was. One time, but that was JP Morgan taking delivery. This time, there are basically 2 big suppliers of the silver, the 2 big shorts, and it shows who they are right here. JP Morgan came out of hiding. For 4 years. They've been hiding. They've been in hiding in purgatory for 4 years 5 years since they got batted down, and they haven't traded hardly anything in their house account. They had to go in for 30 million ounces out of their own physical silver to supply this market that nobody knows what to do. That means they had 30 million ounces of shorts too. So JP Morgan obviously is one of the biggest short positions. And the number 2 deliverer, yes, you guessed it, Hong Kong Shanghai Bank right here. HSBC had 13 million ounces. So between those two, JP Morgan at 30, HSBC at 13, that's 43, that's 75% of the entire COMEX delivery this massive month is being supplied by 2 silver shorts, JP Morgan and HSBC. Everybody else is, the big player, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, who's taking delivery. Morgan Stanley took a big chunk. BMO is in here somewhere. BMO Capital, BMO. Where were they? I thought they were a big taker. Let's find them. Morgan Stanley, HSBC. Oh, they're the top. Look at that right here. 11.5 million ounces from BMO Capital. Keep going, guys. That's their house account. The cat's out of the bag. If you want to get rich in your big, a metals trader or trading house, Macquarie Futures also coming out of the woodwork. Hedge funds, you want to make $1 trillion, go buy up every last ounce of silver. This game is exposed. This won't last. I don't think it'll last till the next delivery month, which is April. No, May. In May. But hey, we'll find out, right? We'll find out. Again, playing with the moving averages. Just get your physical. Get it in your own possession, and then you can enjoy watching. Get your popcorn out. Sit on the sidelines, your lawn chair, and watch the game. Okay, here's another angle. If you look at this is the Commitment of Traders report. It shows the concentration. So let's talk about tariffs real quick. We get 62 to 63% of our silver comes imported from Canada or Mexico. Trump's throwing on 25% tariff on top of that. Let's just blanket it. That means if you're delivering on the COMEX and that you don't have the metal and you have to buy the metal, if it's coming from where 62% come from, it's going to be marked up 25%, which is like $8-9. If you put that 25% over everything, you're looking at losses in the neighborhood of the top 8 traders who currently control, it's right here, net traders, 47.3% of the silver short. If they're naked, they have to go buy it, and some of that silver or all that silver is coming from Mexico or Canada, you're screwed. You've lost, the top 8 have lost $3.1 billion if you add on the 25% tariff. Of course, not all of it comes from Mexico and Canada, but a big chunk of it. And what happens if Mexico and Canada, they say, screw you, Trump, screw you. No, we're not gonna sell you our silver. We shouldn't have been selling the silver in the first place. I think that's more along the lines of what's going to happen. Mexico hasn't quite yet. This is all a game, by the way. This is all a game. Trump knows what's going to happen. Mexico's going to say, no, we're not going to give you any silver. How's that? We don't want to pay 25% just to give you the most valuable resource on the planet. Why would we do that? Well, it begs the question, why have they been doing it for so long? Well over 100 years. Why have they been giving away their wealth? Mexico, I mean, if I was an average Joe in Mexico, or an average Juan in Mexico, I would absolutely be saying we need to throw out our government. They've been selling the most precious asset on the planet, silver, for nothing. They've been exporting it for nothing. We have nothing. Like I said, the silver game is everything right now. Trump knows it 100%. Why is he doing all this shit right now? To destroy the old system and put in something new. So that's what's happening. It's exciting. You know, if you hold silver, yeah. Do I think silver will crash down to minus 40 like oil, or go up to thousands and thousands of dollars like it should to fair market value? I don't think any of the above. I think all trading will just stop as we manage this thing. So I don't think we'll ever see $100 silver on the COMEX, because it would put out that 8 banks would be insolvent. And what does it mean when the 8 banks are insolvent? Let's look at their derivative position. Here's J.P. Morgan Chase, the largest silver and gold derivative holder, $325 billion worth of silver and gold derivatives. That's just insane, right? But that's nothing compared to their derivative book. $60 trillion on $3.5 trillion in assets. $60 trillion. One hiccup, J.P. Morgan's dead. You take J.P. Morgan out, you take every single bank on the planet out, because they're all intertwined. J.P. Morgan does deals with Goldman Sachs, with Citibank, with Bank of America. Everybody's like, oh shit, I got to get my stuff in my own possession. The people start saying, oh my God, I got to get my money out of the bank, and poof, gone. There'll be no stock market open. There'll be no crypto markets open. There'll be no gold, silver markets open. We won't know the price of anything. That's why it's so important to get your assets in your own possession and wait this craziness out. I would love to see COMEX freely traded, but the problem is it doesn't solve the problem. Even if this COMEX price said, $300, let's just say it goes to $300. It's not real. It's still futures and options derivative bullshit, and it doesn't solve the problem. What's the problem? Problem is right here. The derivative market, $3 quadrillion, dwarfs every other market on the planet by far, and is all third-party contingent. There's counterparties. Every single derivative has a counterparty. And when one of those significant counterparty goes, or even a smaller counterparty, doesn't fulfill their obligation, poof, everybody goes. We were literally hours away from this in 2008, on September 11th, 2008. I hope this doesn't last till September 11th, 2025, but who knows? I think we have an end date for the ridiculous game, July 4th, 2026, which is the 250-year anniversary of America. Trump wants to turn it into this massive celebration. Trump knows exactly what's going on. He knows what he's doing. He's, rigging the crypto markets like every other president has. You got to control the crypto markets until you finally let them free. Same with gold and silver. You have to control it. If you're going to run an unbound fiat monetary system, you cannot have freely traded gold and silver, period. Exclamation point. And we haven't. We haven't since, silver has been price suppressed since the 1850s. But in 1964, pre-65 coinage, 65, when they took us off any semblance of a silver as money type of situation, everybody's like, oh, no, there's so much silver out there, you don't have to worry about it. When your government says you don't have to worry, that's when you worry. And then Alan Greenspan invented the computer programs to rig the gold and silver markets back in the early 1970s. Put them in place with Arthur Burns as the head of the Fed, was his good buddy and his mentor. And that's where we've been. I think Alan Greenspan would love to see gold finally break free before he passes away. He's damn old. Mid-90s. But we can blame a lot of this on it. Well, he helped invent the global electronic monetary system. He blames himself for Y2K because he was writing those computer programs in the early days. They didn't think it would last that long. You'd add just 2 years to a date because you didn't have to worry about it for 30 years. Little did they know that the computing systems would be around for that long. And no, Y2K came and went, but that's probably because we spent billions and billions of dollars changing out the systems prior to the Y2K event. And there was little glitches here and there, but the reality is it was fixed long before it came to be known. Now it's long gone fixed. But we'll see. Who knows? Who knows what's happening? AI is moving so fast, and if you're not in AI, you're screwed. You're either part of the AI revolution or you're going to be left behind. It's going to be very sad, and you're going to be living off AI food stamps, so to speak. It'll be on your phone, so you'll be fine. Universal basic income. I don't agree with it unless the entire monetary system is destroyed. And then, we're going to have to give everybody something. But who's going to decide it? Nobody. Nobody has the moral authority to do that. No one would believe them. They'd always want to give their friends more. Imagine how much money the Biden administration tried to sock away, setting everybody up, friends and family, you name it. They started giving them free money. That's what Elon's finding. But that's nothing new. How do you think all these Congress people get beyond rich? Maxine Waters, the world's dumbest human, has like 3 mansions. At some point, you look at you're sending money off to the IRS. You say, why am I doing this? I think everything will be changed by tax time, by the way. If it's not just filing an extension, because it'll be changed by the October timeframe when you have to file. Anyway, very exciting time for silver. You won't know it by the price, but you'll know it by keeping an eye on this thing right here. This is the silver deliveries. It went from the U.S. to England. Now it's coming back to the U.S. A lot of it has to do with there being so little silver left. Even J.P. Morgan had to dig into their stockpile. Who knows how much they have? They leased about 1.2 billion ounces. Yes, that's a B. Of physical silver to Bank of America on a structured deal to continue the con. And now that's unwinding, and J.P. Morgan really has to dip into their real silver now, as can be seen right here. Right here, this number is not insignificant. 30 million ounces from J.P. Morgan house account. This is their house account that they had to provide, because if they didn't, nobody had 30 million ounces. And get ready to do it again in May. Crazy. All right. Let's talk about the trade wars, though. Yes, I do think Trump is doing this on purpose. I think the plan is to, when you're the largest debtor nation on the planet, you want debt to go away. Yeah, but you'll erase all these electronic assets, too. I go, yeah. Anything not in your own possession. But what about all the savers, Bix? What about all the savers? They saved in the wrong asset type. What about all the mining company investors? They saved in the wrong asset type. You have to look at what will survive a crash. We were hours away from it in 2008. Senator Kanjorski told us that, like 3 days after the crash of 2008. Happened on September 11th. We were hours away from the end of the monetary system, meaning everything. He's just like, Europe would have crashed and we would have crashed 2 days later. Everything would have been gone. What happens in that event? Well, you won't have the deciders. You won't have the IMF, or there will be no XRP or derivative of the monetary system, no Iraqi dinar, no Nestra, no Gestra, no quantum financial system. That's all bullshit that needs deciders. All those need deciders. And all the deciders will have no moral sway at all. I mean, do you think any Democrat would agree to what Trump says we're going to be using as money next? No, not at all. What about the IMF or the World Bank or any of those other criminal institutions? No. They'll be to blame. They won't be the ones deciding our next system. They'll be the ones to blame. They're lucky to survive it. In the United States, we do have constitutional money, gold and silver. And we have been preparing for this for a very long time. Since 1913. Probably before that. We've been preparing to go on to a real gold-silver standard. And now cryptos are in the mix. That's great. Yeah, cryptos are great. I love them. People don't... It shocks me that real smart people still don't understand what the significance of the cryptocurrencies, the blockchain, the way it will affect every single thing that we do every day. It is a new system. Everything will be decentralized also because of the trust will be lost. So you're not going to have the kind of centralization we have right now. You have to get into something that attaches you to AI, the future of what's going down. A lot of people don't think about all the people that, when Elon gets through, that the government's going to be maybe half its size. What are all those people going to do? Good question. All the money saved is great. There's no reason to pay off debt. If you want to pay off debt and you're the United States of America, you go to the mint, you say, print me out a $35 trillion silver coin and mark $35 trillion on that coin, and voila, you've paid off the debt. That's how you legally do it. The whole system is a con. Don't think you're going to massage it, get your budgets in order and all that so things can continue on the way they were, because they won't. Faith and trust in the U.S. dollar is gone. Faith and confidence, gone. Faith and confidence in fiat money, gone. Get physical silver. Get it in your own possession. If you have gold, swap it. It's over 90-1 now. I think. Let's take a look. Yep, right here, 91.25-1. At least price-wise on the COMEX. You can get 91 ounce of gold, get you 91 ounces of a much more powerful, much more important metal, silver. Our life is going to change when physical silver is not available. Your life is going to change. You won't get a new computer every couple of years. You won't get a new flat screen TV every year. They'll be too expensive. They'll have attained true value. You won't see any solar panels being made with silver. Now they're working on ways to make it with other, like the number 2 conductor of electricity is copper, and then gold. People keep telling me gold's the best conductor of electricity. I don't know. It's not. I mean, that's a Google search. Anyway, so the trade wars, interesting times. Some of the highlights. Trump put China at 20% on specific things. China wants to keep the game going. Don't get me wrong. Trump met with the head of Taiwan Semiconductor, the biggest semiconductor manufacturer in the world, and they have done a deal for $100 billion investment in semiconductors made in Arizona. Why is semiconductors so important? Because you wouldn't be watching this broadcast without semiconductors. It's in everything we do now. We can't get rid of them. That's why the Taiwan thing is so big. Yes, China's going to walk into Taiwan and take Taiwan. I don't think Taiwan's even going to fight back. There's no purpose of fighting back. They would lose. And why kill all those people? And why destroy the most valuable production facilities on the planet, because I think 90% of our high-end semiconductors are made in Taiwan. Trump knows it. He was dancing around the subject in a press conference yesterday. So ultimately, yeah, Taiwan will go back to China, hopefully peacefully, and the bad guys haven't like jerry-rigged bombs at every manufacturing plant in Taiwan. Hope not. If you're the good guys, Trump, get your guys over to those plants and check for bombs. Check for the deep state to take it out somehow. But hey, that's the world we live in. So Canada and China have already retaliated with tariffs. Mexico, I don't know what Mexico's going to do. If I was Mexico, I'd just say, hey, okay, yeah, we'll pay the tariff, but we're not going to ship any silver at all. As a matter of fact, we're going to go buy silver out of the United States and ship it into Mexico. We're going to buy it off the COMEX and we're going to ship it into Mexico. That's our retaliation. We're going to buy every single ounce of silver you have on the COMEX and we're going to ship it into Mexico. That's our retaliation. And then all the banks go, oh my God, no, they don't let them do it. Trump will go, hey, free market, buddy. See you, JP Morgan. See you, HSBC. See you, Bank of America. And poof, all of a sudden, there's no more debt in the United States of America because it got destroyed with all the other electronic assets. Pretty good article here on domestic silver, why we can't go it alone. Alaska leads U.S. production with Hecla's Green Creek Tech Resources Red Dog Mine combining for over 16 million ounces annually. 16, yeah. That's nothing. That literally, I sneeze 16 million ounces of silver when I look at the COMEX deliveries this month. This month, they're going to do over 80 million in deliveries. 16 is nothing. Followed by Nevada's, including blah, blah, blah. The total was 63% of U.S. silver consumption relying on imports primarily from Mexico, Canada, Peru, and Chile, and approximately 80% of silver grain used in domestic bullion products coming from international sources. The market will need time to adjust, I bet. But these derivative players don't have time. I mean, if the silver that's, just think about the silver that's coming in, being delivered out of the COMEX. Whoever's doing that, you're doing it before the 25% jump in price that will ultimately trickle into silver. Into at least like 63% of it, right? Brilliant move. Get physical silver in your own possession. It's like they've been watching the Road to Root channel. BMO Capital. Bravo to you. So, yeah, silver will have to adjust. And the interesting thing is that the silver shorts, JP Morgan, HSBC, Bank of America, might claim force majeure because of the tariffs. We'll find out. Like right now, there's still about 18.9, about 19 million ounces that are ready to stand for delivery more. And, you know, if it's not done in the first 3 days, that means they don't have it. So they're going to be searching around for it. And so what do they do when they're searching around and have to buy physical silver? They dump the price with derivatives. But they're not being able to dump it as much this time. The game has changed. Everybody knows how the game's played now. India is sitting there, drooling over the moving averages right here, which is anything under 31.5. India is going to jump in. The game is over. I love it. I love it. So yeah, that's where we are. Road to Ruta people. The private road I've been posting. I posted all weekend. Great stuff from Jenny and the private road stuff. Go check that out. Here's the latest was how we got here and where we're going for silver update. Go check that out at roadtoruta.com. Click on subscribe today. And actually, we are currently giving away paper wallets, paper crypto wallets. The crypto is loaded on that wallet. You don't have to know anything about cryptos. Stick it in your safe. I think the number one crypto that will just blow everybody away is Theta. If you don't know what Theta is, You will in about 6 months. Remember, Theta is not traded on the U.S. exchange yet. When that happens, whew, look out. Look out. And they've been slamming the price, so great time to pick up Theta and T-Fuel and T-Drop if you like the NFT stuff. But we're giving away 5 Theta, 50 T-Fuel, and 500 T-Drop. Load it on a paper wallet and send it to your front door with every private road subscription or renewal. Just click subscribe today and then read down through all the stuff you need to know, and then just click on buy now. This is stuff to help Amy send out all the wallets, and it's just impossible. Our mail system sucks. If it's foreign, it's expensive, but we get it to you. We get the cryptos to you so you can put it in your safe with your silver, and so you'll be at least partially have a little foot in the crypto world. I remember doing it with Bitcoin when it was $200 and we gave away 0.1 Bitcoin. And 0.1 Bitcoin today is worth $8,000. So these giveaways pay off. Some don't, but I think Theta will really pay off. So that's what I got. This is Bix Weir, roadtoruder.com. I'll talk to you later.